So Brian Dabol would not be the next coach of the Miami Dolphins.
Miami has the Dolphins, the greatest football team. We take the ball from goal to goal like no one's ever seen. We're in the air, we're on the ground, we're always in control. And when you say Miami, you're talking Super Bowl, 'cause we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1. Yes, we're the Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins, Miami Dolphins #1.
What's going on? It's your boy OD, the GM. Brian Dabol has been hired by the New York Football Giants. This move, Stevie Wonder could see that was coming. When they hired their GM, can't remember his name, Joe Schoen or something like that. And this was almost going to be a natural transition. And you can look at this two ways for the Miami Dolphins. You can say, well, typical Dolphins, they, prolong their search and let their guy get away. He was one of the favorites to get the job. You can look at it like that. The Dolphins just, let their guy get away when they could have already hired him. He was gone after Sunday, out of the playoffs. So nothing stopped you from making this guy your head coach. Or you can look at it like maybe one of the other candidates were a front runner all along. Maybe they weren't sure about Brian Dabol. Maybe Mike McDaniel was their guy, and they were waiting for him to bounce out of the playoffs. Maybe like last year they waited till Flores. Not last year, last cycle when they got Flores. After the Super Bowl win, they waited. I mean, everybody knew it was coming then because of the long wait. Maybe Mike McDaniel is the guy. It was Kellen Moore. That shoe may have already, people like to talk about second interviews and this, that. When a team knows who they want to get, they don't need a second interview. When they bring that guy in, that's when they bring him in to sign his contract. I feel Mike McDaniel is going to be a Miami Dolphin. Do I agree with the move? My thing is, I feel he'll be a good offensive coach. But my thing is, with this roster and the talent on the roster, I would have liked to see a more established guy come in here. We are quite a few pieces away from being a contender, especially on offense. Our defense is almost ready. You can say this is a championship caliber defense. But on offense we needed some work, and with an established guy who wouldn't have a problem bringing in a staff, and that seems like everyone's talking about, can these guys hire staff? I just don't know. The owner came out and said he would like to see a more established guy, but we're still running after first-time head coaches. And if history serves us correct, our track record is that we don't do well with first-time head coaches. We do not. So another guy is going to have to come in. He's going to have to learn on the job. A guy that doesn't call plays, if it's Mike McDaniel. And he's going to either have to find a play caller or he's going to have to call his own plays. You know, he's going to have to be a leader of men. Guys are going to have to believe in him. He's going to have to command his respect in the locker room, being a young guy, because these are two young guys. You know, and you already have players throwing our quarterback under the bus, talking about they're wasting their careers in Miami. They do not believe in Tua. And me being the biggest Tua supporter, one of the biggest Tua supporters, you know, I'm starting to waver. I'm starting to believe like this kid just isn't it. You know, I want him to be it. He's a great kid. You know, I would like it to work, but I don't know. I don't know. His arm doesn't impress me. The Titans game really put the doubt in my mind. He just cannot make every NFL throw he needs to make. He doesn't have enough athleticism to get the ball out of his hand, even if the hit is imminent. You know, and I've watched the Chargers and Raiders in that early playoff battle. I've seen Justin Herbert, you know, with the hit right in his face, have the arm strength to get the ball out. He gets hit, and that thing is from in the air flailing, and it's a pick. You know, I have my doubts now. I have my doubts. And what I do admire about San Fran's offense is that they win and they look good on offense despite the quarterback. They win in spite of him. And we have won in spite of the quarterback as well, but it hasn't been pretty. In San Fran, it looks pretty. You know, they got a great run game, a decent pass game. I don't know. So it's not going to be Dabol, so it'll be Mike McDaniel, Kellen Moore. One of these guys are going to get it. And I'm over the Flores thing now. You know, he talked about Tua's work ethic. Not he, but it was leaked out of his camp. And maybe I see it. You know, maybe I see it. For your quarterback to come out and say he didn't know the playbook that well. You know, it's not something you should say, even if you're being totally honest. You know, I mean, you have to study your playbook, you have to study your plays, you have to get your guys together, you have to put in the time. Through the season, I don't care if it's your bye week, if you want to be great, if you want to be one of the best, you just can't take days off. You can't go golfing. You know, these are the things that made the frustrated Brian Flores. You know, I still feel he earned the right to be our head coach. You know, for turning our franchise around. That's why I don't understand hiring a first-time head coach again, because you want a guy to take you to the next level, not a guy that's going to give you're going to regress under maybe his first year or be about the same. You know, we've improved under Flores. But that 1-7 start may have been part of the dooming, along with his attitude issues. You know, I don't know. And the Dolphins, they would want their coach to be in place before Senior Bowl. You know, they're really dragging this thing out. You know, and being a new coach, your personal life has to be accounted for. You don't want to be hired and everything's a rush. You have to get down to the Senior Bowl and you have to do this and that. These guys have families, and they have to relocate. And that's a very stressful process to move your family to Miami from wherever you were. So these are all the things you have to consider when hiring a head coach. What are they going to do with the staff they have now? Will they try to bring a coach in who's going to keep that defensive side of the ball? Just to keep some known faces and continuity. I feel everybody on the offensive side of the ball should go, Studsville included. I don't know why this guy hung around so long. He's supposed to be a running back guru, they claim, but name a running back on his watch. That has improved. That has been a Pro Bowler. I think he was here with Jay Ajayi, but that's it. That's it. Kenyon Drake is pretty decent, but Kenyon Drake always had talent. He just couldn't stay healthy in school. But Studsville, the running backs are supposed to be in concert with the O-line. Mainly wide receivers as well, but the O-line, because they help in pass pro, and they use the O-line to navigate out of the backfield. But the backs under his watch weren't successful at that. And he's been here a long time, and I don't understand why he's been kept around. If your unit has been underperforming for 2-3 seasons, why is you being kept around? Just because people respect you? I don't understand it. Your friends? I don't. This is supposed to be a business of production and advancement. And if a guy is holding up that production and advancement, he should find somewhere else to go. I know I'm on his case for a while here, but I never understood why he was in Miami for so long. We've always had underachieving running backs. Part of it is Greer not really drafting well with running backs. So hopefully they can get that fixed. Our pick has fallen now. So I feel San Fran is going to be in the Super Bowl. They own the Rams, so that pick is going to be in the 30s. What you could do is probably just trade out, get some second and third round picks, and handle it like that. But no matter where the pick is, it's who you pick. We've watched number 1 picks bust. 5 picks do nothing. You understand? It isn't where you're picking. Our arrogance got us where we're picking. You should have just gave him the San Fran pick. Why would you give away your own pick? But